Good afternoon, good evening, everyone. I see some people are joining us. Welcome to the spring weekend of stage readings prepared by the Václav Havel Library Foundation and Bohemian Benevolent and Literary Association. The spring weekend is part of our annual Rehearsal for Truth Festival honoring Czech president, playwright, dissident Václav Havel. During the past and this weekend, we have presented live online readings of contemporary plays by award-winning European playwrights from the Czech Republic, Hungary, Poland, and Slovakia. And for the first time, we also presented works by young playwrights who won the Best Mini-Drama Student Contest organized annually by the Havel Foundation. I would like to thank all our partners for putting this series together. They are Theatre Institute in Prague, Theatre Institute in Budapest and Bratislava, Slovak Consulate General in New York, and today's program has been prepared in partnership with the Polish Cultural Institute in New York and produced by Tomek Smolarski. We would like to thank also the Polish Theatre in Bydgoszcz, where the play Detroit, the Story of a Hand premiered in 2014. The festival would not be possible without the support from the New York City Department of Cultural Affairs in partnership with the City Council and Council member Ben Callas. Thank you very much for your continuous support. The aim of our programs is to enable New York and American audiences to experience theatrical works by Central European playwrights. And on the other hand, we hope that it is a unique opportunity for American directors and actors to try these plays on stage or these days on Zoom. However, we hope that we will be back, that we will open with some first program in person at the end of June at the Bohemian National Hall in Manhattan. And we are already preparing another wonderful project with Tomek and the Polish Cultural Institute. Whereas 4 previous programs were live readings on Zoom, today's reading has been pre-recorded and the audience has either already seen it on YouTube or you can see it after our discussion. The play is called Detroit, the History of a Hand, and I'm very happy that I can welcome the cast, the director, the playwright, and also Tomek, and I would like to ask him to kind of open our discussion.
Hi to everyone. I would like to first thank to Pavla for organizing this amazing festival and giving me a chance to program the Polish component of it. She asked me to do that first time 4 years ago when she was starting this festival. So for all those years, I've been doing the Polish programming for her and for this festival. So this year I was looking for a play that would be, written recently and it would be relevant to the times that we live in right now, which changed so drastically since last year. And I knew Yola and her husband, theater director Victor Rubin, for many years, and I knew she was coming to the States and traveling a lot here. So I asked her to send me the play she wrote about Detroit. And I found it quite relevant to our times that we live right now. Detroit was bankrupting 7 years ago, but last year we all lived kind of on the verge of bankruptcy. New York City was also, many people were thinking it will go bankrupt. So many thousands of people left the city. So many businesses went bankrupt. So that was one part that I found relevant in that play. And other part was, last year we had an amazing movement, Black Lives Matter, that, sprouted all over the States. There were protests and demonstrations everywhere. And you cannot find those. You can find the same racial tensions in Detroit, and Yola focused more on Ford and his anti-Semitism, and during the collaboration with Vernice, they brought more of the of other racial tensions from Detroit. So I'm very happy that, you know, during that collaboration, basically new scenes were written and a little bit of new play, you know, was created, which hopefully can, you know, be staged at some point in the States. So I would like to thank you, Vernice and Yola, for you know, collaborating on this project so closely. And yeah, Pavla, I would like to give you voice again.
Yes, thank you so much. And I would like to welcome and introduce first the playwright and the director. So welcome to Jolanta Janiczak from Poland. She's an author of several plays. Since 2008, she has been working as a playwright with Victor Rubin, co-creating their original theater language. Their joint shows are present at all important festivals in Poland and abroad and have been awarded both nationally and internationally with many prizes. Jolanta's play have been published in Poland and translated into English, Russian, German, Georgian, Portuguese, and Ukraine, among others. I'd like to welcome the director of the reading, Vernice Miller, who is a performer, director, producer, activist, and educator. Her stage work includes directing 3 Women Break the Silence by anthropologist Dr. Otomayo Jolaso at the Market Theatre Laboratory in Johannesburg before touring South Africa. In Slovenia and Poland, she performed and co-directed No Man's Land for Seth Borman's Subpoetics International. Miller directed the inaugural production of Be Trapped Inside the Window by Saviana Stanescu, commissioned by Civic Ensemble in Ithaca, New York. In 1995, with Joan Maria Yarrow, they co-founded a laboratory for actor training experimental theater company. To evolve work, they began with Roberta Carreri at the Eugenos Barbers Oden Theatre in Denmark. Miller is the recipient of the London New Play Festival's Best Actress Award for her solo performance of Medea Now. She is currently an adjunct lecturer at John Jay College of Criminal Justice in New York. I would like to welcome the actors, and I'm not sure if everybody's here, but they are Brian Jennings. I don't think he's here. Raymond Kraft, Anna Podolak, Kelvin Tejada, Joan Yarrow, and also I would like to welcome Gavin Heaney, who put together the video and the sound, the amazing production that you can see on YouTube. So as I said before, this reading has been pre-recorded. It is available on YouTube. I can send the link to all attendees today. So if you didn't have the chance to see it yet, you can still see it later after this conversation. You can see it approximately for 1 week from now. And I would like to start our discussion with Jolanta and ask you if you could please tell us a little bit why you wrote the play, what was your inspiration, what was the background, and also maybe about the structure of the play.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here, and thank you for organizing this wonderful reading. And I saw only fragments because I thought that at 9 o'clock it's like common watching. And I am very happy that this play is made by you, and special thanks for Vernice for collaboration, for talking, and for discussion and inspiration. And you asked me about my inspiration. So in 2014, my father had stroke. He lived in States, and his hand stayed like without life. And this summer, I had some intuition that I should see Detroit. I don't know why, but it was like this, how to say, something like pain the like destruction in a human body, and I have written a lot about collapse this city. And I spent only 3 days in Detroit, and I saw a few few interesting art work in galleries and in Institute National of Art in Detroit. And this Diego Rivera mural was like most inspiration for me, because I saw that this myth of work, what he tried to paint, now is like that. Everywhere in Detroit, I saw like empty building, ruins. Court building was empty, light on city was off, even road road light was off, and driving is very hard because nobody watched on a light. And but I felt in this city very well, and it was something what that I was really happy in the city. I knew that it was very dangerous. Everywhere was like this glasses. You can't like shut in this glasses. I don't know this word in English, but it
bulletproof.
Was exactly. And it was for me. I actually started thinking why this city is in so bad condition. What's happened? And but I saw some kind of, I don't know, hope that something new is in this crisis. That this crisis is like beautiful. And after my visit in Detroit, I started to reading a lot about Detroit, about whole history of the city, about Henry Ford and his conception of work, of a man, of human, like how people, how organized people and how organized and create American dream. And I tried to like research American dream and what was exactly, and what in this conception it's false. What is only why this American dream is not actually is not available now for so many people, for at least, I don't know, 60% of people. And I start reading about how about politics of this city, about politic of the city, and about like unions. And that in a lot of narrative I can find information that workers' unions destroyed the city because they wanted too much, and that poor factories can't pay so much money for them. And of course I read a lot about race riot, like in 60 and 70, and I just start reading, and I create this frame that it's that person who tried to like show this on stage is Diego Rivera, because he tried to paint how work and how this conception of working and man, who is man, who, like in work production, that work is not like that work, that is something like holy in work. I saw on this mural, Diego Rivera's mural, and I just like listen to my I don't know, voice inspiration, and I don't know, this was my like inspiration.
Thank you very much. I would like to also welcome Erin Lockett, whom I didn't see before, another member of the cast. Thank you for joining us. Yes, it's a very complex play. I see it as an homage or honor to the city and to its people and to its long and very rich and incredible history. And now I would like to ask the director, Vernice, if you could say maybe first something about your relation with the Polish theater, and then how you approach this play.
Thank you, Pavla. Um, my relationship with the Polish theater goes back a number of decades. I was on my way to either becoming, having a life in the church or politics when I stumbled across this theater impresario, uh, Jerzy Grotowski, but I was much more fortunate to stumble into a workshop with Richard Czeslak. And I was at the beginning of my college education when I first met Richard. And it completely changed my life. I found in the work with him everything that I'd been seeking in terms of the spiritual and complete commitment to a way of life. And I was just, at first, I completely did not understand anything about the Polish theater. And in fact, I thought when I came across towards the poor theater that it was an invitation to do theater for poor people or with poor people. And so by the time I found myself in the workshop, the 2 weeks of barely understanding what was said, because Rasad was working with a translator. But it became really clear that it wasn't necessarily just about what was being transmitted verbally, but it was this energetic and spiritual connection of the work that he was doing that got to me. And I was completely mesmerized, and I've never looked back. And so I then with my then theater partner, Seth Bauman, we invited Grotowski to Hunter College on 3 separate occasions. And I remember the very last occasion when we invited him, he always asked us to propose a question. We would propose the topic and he would speak on that. And the last question we asked was about the fate of group theater. And his response was that group theater, as far as he was concerned, did not have a very strong fate because so much was dependent on having a home. And the homes that a lot of the theaters of the 50s and 60s had were in these huge abandoned industrial spaces that we no longer had access to. So he said to us, stay in school where you can make use of the facilities. And so somehow I'm still in school where our theater company, Joann and mine, Laboratory for Actor Training, as a home at John Jay College. I was fortunate a couple of years ago to find through Seth and Sub Poetics International to perform in Opal and to sit in that bar, which used to be the Theater of 13 Rows. So I felt like I had come home somehow. Um, and then to have Tomek and Anna, who I've worked with. Anna's been a part of a laboratory for actor training, and we've created works together. And Tomek and I have also worked together several years ago. I don't remember how many years ago we collaborated together. And so this was uh, our next collaboration. And for him to invite me in to meet Yola At first, I read the play, and then I think I must have assumed it was a much older person. And so when we met on Zoom, and I was like, she's a baby with all these ideas. But it was a wonderful meeting, and I find that we share a sensibility in spite of the difference in age and difference in culture and the time that divides us, that we found a lot in common, and we were able to find an easy way to work and to collaborate together. So yeah.
Thank you very much. I would like to invite our attendees. You can send questions through Q&A that should be at the bottom of your screen. And excuse me. And I thought we would watch the opening scene of the play together, and then we will continue with our conversation. And hopefully it will work.
Around the clock on Detroit's most listened to station. Sounds good, like a radio station should.
CAR, your good listening station in Detroit.
Every creation starts with a hand. Bodies, bodies and more bodies, faces, faces and more faces, hands, hands and more hands. Brittle hands, unshakable constructions, destroyed throats, indestructible singing. Frida, how do you paint singing?
We can produce anything! Every manifest starts with holding out a hand. This innovative, original product which we present to you today is an absolute novelty on the market. This product opens a new chapter for all productions. This creation will be introduced to the world market this year. This newly assembled product contains American parts and American dreams, American speed, enthusiasm, and vitality. American infinite horizon, American freedom. This product is not afraid of risk. It is not afraid of its own downfall. This product is called Detroit.
Joy, bright spark of divinity, daughter of Elysium, fire inspired, we tread thy heavenly, thy sanctuary. Thy magic power reunites all that custom has divided. All men become brothers under the sway of thy gentle wings.
A workday starts with holding out a hand. Detroit, Michigan, July 24th, Monday, 9:18 local time, 97 degrees Fahrenheit. It is sunny, no wind. Visibility is excellent. It is a perfect day to celebrate the 250th birthday of our beloved city. Let me remind you that Detroit was founded on July 24th, 1701, and is older than our oldest president, older than the Constitution, yet it remains young in spirit. We have been receiving wishes from all around the world. Despite such an early hour, we have received hundreds of wishes and congratulations. Celebrations are commencing in every corner of the city. Districts, streets, houses, cars, and even home appliances surpass one another in coming up with original ideas for celebrating this glorious anniversary.
We can produce anything! President Harry Truman visits the city to announce something that everyone knows.
Detroit is the symbol of America. Detroit is the heart of America. America that is full of daring ideas, brilliant initiatives, innovative technology, astounding energy that ensure us position of the uncontested world leader. America that will not let me grow old. America that gave rise to civil society, America that gave rise to independent trade unions, America that offers democracy to others, America that offers 1,000 opportunities for each of its square meters, America that gave rise to Detroit, Detroit that understands best the American idea of lack of boundaries. America needs a car affordable to every household. America wants to be explored, traveled, tamed, run over by a brand new Pontiac.
America that will become the entire world.
America that is ready for love. Every corner of America screams, I have a dream, and we can respond to American dreams only with, yes, we can.
Yes, we can! Yes, we can! Yes, we can!
I pledge on behalf of my crew and myself that the next model will be even more proud, worthy, that it will be even longer, more solid, and beautiful. We promise that it will be more durable, more faithful to American values. Promise that it will be more family-friendly, courageous, warm, and honest. And patriotism will be expressed in the sound of its engine, which will produce the melody of the national anthem instead of a roar. We promise, Mr. President,
that we will never lose faith, that we will never lose our joy of creation, that we will invest everything we have in every small boat. We'll never grow out of our dreams. I promise. I promise.
Yes. We are building stations. We are building halls. We are building cities.
At the time of its creation, it had already started producing its downfall. A desirable job was passed down from father to son. This movement continued uninterrupted for 118 years.
I think one of the really interesting things for me looking at this play was the structure of it. Pabla, you were asking about the structure, and I just find it very interesting. It's almost the combination of dream cinematic theater. You know, there's a really wonderful way in which it kind of all blended. So even doing it on Zoom, it's odd, but it fit in a certain way to be able to do this on Zoom, because Yola, I was just imagining these incredible scenery changes, you know, and what's happening behind, and what is supporting all of the action and the actors and the speaking. It was a wonderful opportunity to work with a great team of people and to jump into something brand new very quickly. And it's because I love and trust Vernice literally with just about anything. So when she calls me up and says, you have to do this, okay. And I see you guys are smiling, so you've been Vernice-ified as well. So, okay.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And thank you, Gavin. That sounded amazing. What you did with that was absolutely incredible. Looking at the edits of it gave it so much richness. So it was really
thank you. That was a small victory for me to have got it to as far as I did in the time that I had to do it. So a lot of it there was I could have done so much more. So really what you see there and here, it's just suggestions of what it could be. There's bits of timing in my keyboard playing that is, I would not normally let that go, but I had like 30 minutes to finish it. So
it's a beautiful piece, and I think, after a year, the theater community is coming to the excellence with the Zoom technology and mixing basically, but also kind of like mixing film and theater in a way. So it is a new media that can be used for readings, for example, which I think maybe will stay in some way or the other even after the pandemic. But
if I could just say, Pavla, as you're alluding to, this is such a new medium, and the difference between this Zoom world, which is very flat and different from film or even video, requires an absolutely different approach, even. And so to have a collaborative partner like Gavin, who's first and foremost a musician, and so he's able to understand the work in a deeper, intuitive way, and that what he brings to the finished product is always it always drives the project even further. So even though this was advertised as a reading, what Gavin has brought to it is it's like, I can work on the bones, but he then comes and puts flesh on it for us. And so then we're able to see the full body of the corpse. And so we've worked on a number of projects together, and I could not do what I do without a partner like Gav.
Thank you for this.
Thank you. And so I thought that we maybe we could see another scene from the play. So we will skip expansion and gentrification, Detroit and the military, Detroit and NASA, living the American dream, Ford Unmasked, and we would watch the scene White Flight, and it will take me a minute to move it.
I write this song for our 4 beautiful black babies who were firebombed at church in Mississippi. But Detroit, you ain't no better. Alabama's gotten me so upset. Tennessee made me lose my rest. And everybody knows about Mississippi, goddamn. Alabama's gotten me so upset. Tennessee made me lose my rest. And everybody knows about Mississippi, goddamn. Can't you see it? Can't you feel it? It's all in the air. I can't stand the pressure much longer. Somebody say a prayer. Alabama's gotten me so upset. Tennessee made me lose my rest. And everybody knows about Mississippi, goddamn. I found a flyer under my windshield wiper in the parking lot here in Detroit. It looked like an ad for a new model of Ford. I found another flyer by the door in the restroom. It looked like a discount coupon. I found a flyer on a bus seat. It looked like a handy map of Detroit. I found a flyer in an envelope by the door to a church. It looked like Saturday's Word of God. Different formats, but always the same content. 200,000 more niggers are coming to this town this year. First, they will occupy your neighborhood, until now, fragrant and clean. Your neighborhood will never really be yours again. Then they will come for your workplace, heretofore well-paid, desirable, well-kept. Your workplace will no longer be yours. They will want to take over your schools, your entertainment, your playgrounds, your movie theaters, your bars, your streets. They will bring in mischief, violence, filth. Take care of the order, peace, safety of your neighborhood, your community. Help us stop this black plague effectively. Hound dogs on my trail, school children sitting in jail, black cat cross my path. I think every day's gonna be my last. Lord, have mercy on this land of mine. We all gonna get it in due time. I don't belong here, I don't belong there. I've even stopped believing in prayer. Don't tell me I'll tell you, me and my people just about do. I've been there, so I know. They keep on saying, go slow. But that's just the trouble.
Do it slow.
Washing the windows.
Do it slow.
Picking the cotton.
Do it slow.
You're just plain rotten.
Do it slow.
You're too damn lazy.
Do it slow.
The thinking's crazy.
Do it slow.
Where am I going? What am I doing? I don't know. I don't know. Just try and do your very best. Stand up, be counted with all the rest. For everybody knows about Mississippi. Goddamn! Who among you left those flyers in the John? Did you? You? Maybe you and you. What are you afraid of? Don't you have enough space? Why can't we share the assembly line, the cafeteria, the elevator, the restroom? Why can't we stand side by side in the fight for a better, more just world? Why don't I fit into your concepts? Are you cramped in your justice? Why can't your solidarity stand with mine? You say that I lower the level of your salaries, that I learn everything slower, that you feel anger in my every move, that I'm depopulating the city. Are you running away from me to the suburbs? Why can't we sing Solidarity Forever together? Picket lines, schoolboy cuts, they trying to say it's a communist plot. All I want is equality for my sister, my brother, my people, and me. Yes, you lied to me all these years. You told me to wash and clean my ears and talk real fine just like a lady, and you'd stop calling me Sister Sadie. Oh, but this whole country is full of lies. You're all gonna die and die like flies. I don't trust you anymore. You keep on saying, go slow. Go slow. But that's just the trouble.
Do it slow.
Desegregation.
Do it slow.
Mass participation.
Do it slow.
Reunification.
Do it slow.
Doing things gradually.
Do it slow.
But bring more tragedy.
Do it slow.
Why don't you see it? Why don't you feel it? I don't know. I don't know. You don't have to live next to me. Just give me my equality. For everybody knows about Mississippi. Everybody knows about Alabama. Everybody knows about Mississippi. Goddamn! Rosa Parks was supposed to find the promised land by moving here.
And that was beautiful. Thank you very much. I'm sorry we don't have Erin with us. Maybe probably. So what I understood is that I think you wrote the play in 2013, something like that, or but that this play that you together with Vernice, you have adapted it for this reading. So please, could you tell us more about the process or what was added?
Yeah, thanks. It was, of course, it was too hard in Zoom, put all these characters, all topics, all because we have only people, and I think it's great. And we talk with Vernice what is the most important for us in this play, but we actually start to talking what is the most important for us, our values, and we talk about social justice, about common experience, a little bit we have common experience in theater, and we talk about, and we all, me and Vernice, we engage in meditation, so we have a few things common. And Vernice told me that I put a Jewish question, Jewish like Jewish topic in this play, and that why I didn't put like black issues in Detroit. It was very important. But in 2004 in Poland, I actually I focus on this things what was like directly connection with Henry Ford, and that's why I didn't think about black issues, but I actually, in truth, I feel that I don't have like tools, and I don't feel if I can write in a black perspective, especially in Poland when we have all like boring white community, nation and one fate. Everything is white, like in dreams of Adolf Hitler. So I don't feel that I can write in black perspective, and it was for me very great challenge that Vernice asked me for this. And first I was in shock that I think that she should write it because it's her perspective, and I can't, and I don't feel, and I don't, because I thought that maybe if I write in black perspective, it will be like racistic or something. And I read all night, and I think, can I write like this? It's okay, or it's not okay. And I found information about this fly and posters, what white people put everywhere in Detroit. In it was like in 1950 or 50 something, that you need to watch out because black people move to our city, and we need something like neighborhoods watch, like neighborhoods patrol, neighborhoods police. And it was shocking for me, and it was my first first inspiration to write this scene. And Vernice told about Nina Simone, and we talk about where in and we try to find some one concrete person who was directly connect with Detroit and with these riots in 1962 and 69, but I couldn't find one concrete person who can be inspiration for me. And me and Vernice, we made decision that Nina Simone is great because her protest song was inspiration for whole for millions people in States. And I just tried to fit this character to rest, and I wasn't sure it is okay. I was scared that maybe it is too shallow, that it's not big, but maybe my my information and my feeling about these issues is too, it's not deep like it should be. And I didn't know it was okay or not for Vernice, so I was a little bit stressful. But I think that this scene is great, and is like it's exactly with this actor, with this song. It's exactly what I couldn't write myself 6 years ago, and I'm very grateful for this scene and for this collaboration. And I think that 2040 in Detroit, it like focus our problems in 2020 COVID year, and I'm afraid that next year will be even harder than this year, and that consequence on this year and all this social lack of equal will consequence of this we will see in few next year, because after this crisis, after COVID, like rich people get more rich, and people who was poor, it was like a little bit in Detroit, start to more poor, and it's a lot of tension, like a lot of violence start to blow, and I'm afraid that a lot of country can to be turned into Detroit.
Yes, everything that Yola said is absolutely true. What I found most inspiring about our collaboration was the exchange of knowledge, in that I did not know before this play about Henry Ford's anti-Semitism. I did not know just about the impact that Detroit had had on the world. Not just, I knew of the impact here in the States, but I didn't realize the degree of importance that it really had outside of the States. So there was a lot of new information for me. And so I was really pleased that I could offer back information to Yola when we got to that point of what's missing from the story. This commonality that we share, in that I am by birth Jamaican. And so I come to this country as an immigrant. And though I've now lived more of my life here than I did in Jamaica, I still consider myself very much Jamaican. And my perspective is then informed by the perspective of an outsider who lives here. And so with that in mind, how I am able to enter the story is similarly like Yola, through the door of someone from the outside. But fortunately, I've had a lot of life here that I was able to then turn back to Yola and say, hey, look at this, look at this. And because the so much of America is about, this country has been built on the backs of people who were never recognized for their contribution, of Blacks and Asians who came here, and indentured servants, and the land was taken from a people who have yet, there's never been an apology. And so this is not a story of yesterday. It's actually the story we're living right now. And I was able to, unfortunately, send to Yola even a video of this kind of claiming of the land from people who are right now actively involved in fascism. And so another thing that I learned from Yola was the perspective of philosophers like Ernest Bloch, who at the end of the play, we come to this idea of hopefulness. And what Ernest Bloch was saying is that in order for hope to exist, the darkness must also exist, because it's out of the darkness, it's out of those who are suffering, that they can look forward and dream of a better time, dream of something different. So without the darkness, there is no hope. And so I take refuge in the fact that our hope is in the younger generation. Our hope is that this is the darkness, and the younger folks are going to come and they are going to shift it, because otherwise we are doomed.
I would like to echo Vernice's hope for hope. And it is at the end of the play, and also as you said, with the pandemic, I think most of us who are present now on the screen, except for Yola, live in New York City, I think, or around New York City. And of course you feel, the Midtown is still deserted. not that people would be missing big offices and corporations, but that they were part of the city. They brought business to many people. They attract, the Broadway shows attract tourism and all of that, and that it's still very much open how it's going to come back. But I'd like to, I also have a similar feeling that with all the pain and misery that the pandemic has brought, we do have a chance now to come back better, and hopefully improve the education and opportunities for everyone, and open this beautiful city for more people, basically, so that it's more accessible to everyone. And I've been living here for 11 years, and I love New York. I must admit, it's one of the reasons why I'm in the United States. For me, it's kind of New York where I am, but I do believe that there is potential in American cities, that they will come back and will come back better, and that we will see more art and such wonderful plays as Iola's, and wonderful performances by all of you guys. So thank you very much. Would you like to add anything else?
Wow, you guys are saying a lot of profound things. I appreciate it. Also, yeah, it's funny. I remember Vernice and I talking about the movie Detroit, like earlier in the semester, and out of nowhere, boom, here's this script from a play about Detroit, and you're in it. I'm like, what? That was so trippy. And then getting involved and just reading all this stuff and seeing how profound and relevant to today all of this is. This whole idea of like these world leaders that they're responsible for the direction of your society, your community, but they're not responsible for the problems that they bring about. They kind of just, I don't want to make all of this sound depressing, but you know, it is true that it's from that's where we find hope for a better future again. And you know, I can't wait for that amazing century to come about again. 100 years of excellent productivity, excellent pay, benefits, retirement. Let's make that average again.
It's interesting. I think maybe we should create some new form of art. What can put together like street theater, movie, homeless people, national opera, and we try to do something like use art to make our society better and better. If something not only lack in institution, but something more than institution, street people who are without anything with after crisis, maybe we can create something together.
We have a lot of work to do.
Exactly.
Congratulations. You know, you captured a wonderful spirit in the play, in the writing of it. The characters, they were easily, the actors could easily find the characters' voices. And that says a lot about you as a writer, Vernice, as taking your pieces, and I know it had to go through translation. So the idea of the translation component, you know, is huge. And I just thought it was really, you found such spirit in the language for each of the characters. So I really admire that. So congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you for this nice words and everything, for your work and for everything. It was so I don't know how to say, it's very important for me. And when I listen what I write in English, I think that it sounds better, that it should be a play in States, and it's States and in English, this language for this play. Thank you, Juan.
Well, thank you, Yola, for joining us. Thank you, Vernice, for your excellent work, and Joan, Anna, Gavin, Kelvin, and of course, Tomek. I can't wait to see you on stage soon, and stay in touch and have more of these wonderful productions with you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Pavla.
Bye.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good play.